not letting it up. Oh, that is sensational. Has he done enough, Foxes? Oh, that is a big spin.
I shall take a deep breath because I can't imagine I'm going to get much chances to breathe after this lap, like the first 2 laps of this race, because Spa is one of those circuits, man. That run-up or over through Radio into 4 can be, it's either boring and dull or it's the most exciting 30 seconds you'll ever see. It's what it is. Unfortunately, Tempo should hopefully get his car back on the starting grid here. He's currently still goes for me. There we go. He's now solid. He's what he is, but those tires will be cold. But it's lights out, and where we go. Oh, Callum Ultra drive through penalty. Jump start in the Ferrari. Tempo has been absolutely mugged off of the race. Oh, contact into one. There's a lot of carbon fibre being flung around on the apex of one. Goodness gracious me. Rob and Jacob just scooted on by there through that. Thank you very much, boys. You do you, and we shall do us. Rob and Jacob getting away on that soft tyre Zumo in P4, looking unscathed. Yes, he is shouting also as avoided the car, and I can't see his foot winning someone's cars. AJ Gronner's Grand getting contact there into 4. One guy will tackle down the inside. Oh, that's a harsh penalty. That'll get removed after the race is what that will do, and I'll call that live whilst we're watching it. That isn't standing. We'll get rid of that. That's ridiculous. He's been pinged off circuit, had no choice but to take the runoff that the game gives you, and has been penalised for it. That's not standing. We can keep that in absolute book. Yeah, obviously that is very much not kosher. It's why it's stubborn Tempo there. I have no idea what happened. Where the game gave him his car, like, as the lights went out and the race started, and then all of a sudden it was go time. I have absolutely no idea, but Ultra got a jump start. I'm not sure if the same thing has happened with Tempo and Ultra. That just, they didn't get their car until like the last nanosecond.
Like, you know, it's, yeah.
Which is such a shame. That is really is such a shame. Oh.
It's, yeah. I mean, to be fair, the sentiments in regards to it, you know, like you say, it's
and that's so. It takes a little bit of this sting, or out of the last, like the race that we're about to have, because there's 2 drivers there. One driver in a title fight that has got no rhyme or reason to be hiked out the lobby, and the game just being just crappy. That's
This is it. To be fair, it's just one of the things that I absolutely do.
And get them both back in. I know it's stupid, but apparently just want to just DC the lobby and just get them both back in. But we can't, because if we do that, then every Wednesday we have to do that every single time, and the servers are crappy. We're waiting for a new game, and it's just, it's unfortunate, and it's.
We hope that things are better, but this is the weird thing, right? I don't know what causes the issue, but throughout the course of this game, I've been dashboarded once. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a connection thing. I mean, it must be. I'm not necessarily sure if it's like a server thing or it's actually an individual connection issue. It is. It has happened to me once, and it was a time when basically my internet kind of just absolutely dropped because they were doing some work actually outside. It was, I'm sure, probably contributed to it, but yeah, it's of course we share.
It's a shame. It's what it is. No,
it's definitely deprived. No part of us wants to see it's going to make
the other guys that are very much fighting for a really important part of the fucking title race and the championship to just be hard-struck and done by whether it's a game or just a little bit of both, just a little bit of everything. You know, it's scrappy is what it is. But I digress. It's happened. There's nothing else we can do to
fix it. A wider context as to what this. I mean, look, there's still 19 laps to go here. Sorry, 20 laps to go in this Belgian Grand Prix.
Pretty much isn't there?
It's still on Jacob.
It's
still on Jacob to finish.
Oh, they're so close, mate. The McLaren AJ down and currently going into turn 4. This corner's grand on the bottom by AJ. Oh, AJ's been a brilliant.
Oh, the Haas is hit.
Then reappeared. Oh. Stuck in 2 miles, he was unimpressive from behind. Had a choice to make the move up in front as well. A little bit of patience now is needed from AJ. That is very unlike AJ. What that is usually his cool, calm and collected. And it's kind of got out that move into 4. And then Brandon's been kind of either just frightened a little bit and seen a house there and a McLaren waiting in the wakes into the apex. We're a little bit too deep, lost the car a little bit, give AJ the chance to get that run through 4 into 5. And then a little bit of wheel banging from the teammates. We got Haas on Haas, McLaren on McLaren in P9, P8, P7 and P6. We have a 4-piece right now with extra dip going through sector 2. I'm looking forward to this little scrap, it's what I am.
Well, this is.
Oh
my god! Oh!
Fucking hell!
Okay, we're gonna. We got a ride on board here. Got a ride. I'm gonna stick with AJ. Although he's got that time penalty, obviously seems a little bit unwarranted. But it's every week between these two. It's something about AJ and Sterling. They just. Oi, go on! Oh, what's gonna go on here? Oh, Grand's gone really wide. Oh my god. Okay, not sure what's going on here, but Sterling's now going to get a bit of a run on the inside. Oh, they're not side by side. They're not side by side at Eau Rouge. Ah, did they survive it? Oh, they didn't. They didn't survive it. Sterling crashes. It's at Eau Rouge. Surely that's going to be a full course safety car. It is. Safety car is out. Ah, they tried. They were going side by side. Oh, that is
blessing
not...
and the curse of this circuit, isn't it, man? It's so punishing, wheel to wheel.
So tough to get 2 by 2
punishing, yeah, and it's such high speed. That one little wheel bang, and then there you go. Just off and away. That is so unfortunate.
Goodness me. Well, Lager remains in the McLaren Grand P7. AJ in P6 with Yeltsin, Simpson, Rob, Matsuvo and Jacob, the order as things stand. So, not too sure what the weather forecast is saying. As we know, it's an approximate. It's certainly not an accurate forecast, which is going down. But
small little things that I hope they bring into the next game via the spectator mode. It's just daft little things. Yeah, like if once the lobby is set up and the drivers know about the weather, whilst we're spectating, just like something on the screen. So let us check that. I know
like
it's a
weather graphics and things.
Yeah,
like that.
it's a small little thing, but it'd be so good. But more so because the game is it's esports. Like it's a big thing throughout like the F1 games histories and whatnot, and people spectate it on a wide scale. So it'd be so why isn't that should be a thing, given the fact that it's got a huge esports scene. Is more little things put into the game for spectator view that we get, just more information. At the moment it's fine. We have the nice little ability to turn things on and get things off, see things that we want to see. But there's also that little bit of information that I would like to know. I could that delta throughout someone's lap. I'm watching the car. I would love to something on my screen to let me just see his live data, just 2 times, 3 times, lose a 10th there. Just that's more little nerdy stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of, you know, some key bits of information which are always good and, you know, naturally can be used just to sort of generate a little bit more energy, a bit more excitement, and just sort of like understanding a little bit more kind of what's going on. See, with the length of the lap here at Spa-Francorchamps, I don't think we're going to have too many laps under the safety car. Going to have a little look just at the tyre detail. Well, firstly, let's see who has stopped. So, Jacob and Rob.
The safety car comes in this lap, to be
Ericsson. No, it normally has to do a full lap. I think at the very least. I don't think I've ever seen it.
True. No, just thinking Reading is about to catch the back of this part long before it reaches the sector 3 line.
There's not going to be too much, and it tends to happen as well because obviously longer lap and you got a better opportunity to kind of catch up in the first place as well. Let's have a look at the tyres then. So all those guys that have boxed all go onto the hard tyres, looking to get that pit stop done and out of the way. Those hard tyres will go very, very comfortably to the end. So based on that, you're going to have Jacob and Rob as P1 and P2. Matsuvo, AJ and Lager will do what they can to try and hold on and eke out the stint on mediums. But of course, everything changes should the weather change. And that would...
very much waiting
it's getting a bit...
It's so overcast. It's
a bit misty. Yeah.
It's gloomy.
It doesn't sort of look like a rainy sky though. Just sort of like how the game, I guess, normally looks. It doesn't look like how I would expect it to look if there was going to be some rain happening. But it's a long lap and there's lots of corners where it could suddenly start. So I'm going to be keeping. I'm sure you are keeping a very keen eye.
There's a lot of corners here where AJ can be sat in P2 under a second safety car restart where he can maybe drop it under.
Well.
I don't want to bring up any past bad memories of AJ's season so far because he has been flying this season, but we very much did see him drop it under a safety car at Kota, and there's a lot of laps around the circuit where you can maybe be better.
It didn't shower himself in praise nor glory.
Very much did not. Speaking of praise nor glory, if for those that are here sat watching for the first time or maybe sat here watching in general, exclamation about YouTube in our chat please for the recent Bflvi replay that we uploaded because this devious man did one of our drivers so dirty. It was great, it's hilarious, but goodness me.
So no rain for 20 minutes. At the very least, apparently. So it doesn't look like we're going to be getting any rain this race. Well, safety car, 20 minutes. Look at what, 145 a lap. So yeah, it's very, very unlikely that we're going to see some rain here in this Belgian race. The drivers have got away with it again. Unbelievable. So those guys which have pitted early and gone onto the hard tyres, it will work for them. I'm surprised actually that some of the others haven't. Surprised like Matsuvo didn't, AJ Lager didn't, even just to sort of drop down and get that pit stop done and out the way. Yeltsin seemingly pitted and went on to brand new mediums, which is an interesting one. Not sure if he's going to look to try and eke those out for, what's that going to be, sort of 16 laps or so, but well, I don't know, with the safety car I think he might get an opportunity. With safety car now coming in, so it's going to be Matsuvo which is going to get us underway. It's looking rather congested at the moment in this sort of like final sector. Matsuvo really backing them up. Going to be interesting to see at what point he's going to pull the trigger here. We're going to wait and see. So far as we get this safety car underway, we've got Tempo and Ultra is DNF. Some unfortunate connection issues before the race getting underway, with Sterling crashing out through Eau Rouge. So racing is underway. Yet to get green flag conditions. Is that Ellis spinning round? I'm really not sure why or how he's done that, considering that it's not green flag racing. Just needed to keep it together until the kind of start-finish line. But maybe a little bit aggressive. Jacob and Rob getting the move done early here. Not sure what Lager is doing there, whether he's sort of playing the long game and letting some of those drivers go past and sort of race his own race. He's going to be getting past baited product here. Upper Rouge Radion and on the Kemmel straight. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. He's coming back at him.
He absolutely is going back at
Oh,
him.
he
backed out of it.
Yields in the end. Yeah, I think, it's smart.
He had to get me nose in.
It's
what I done.
Yeltsin's having a look. Yeltsin's absolutely going to have a look. Lay on the brake.
Royal 1736. Get that man on the DWP parcel down the inside centre.
Very nice.
Into turn 7. Love that from the Williams.
Big boy moves. We're going to be a little bit further down. Kingy in the top 10 at the moment. There's points on offer for the man in the Red Bull. Ellis on some mediums. Now finds himself in P11 after a little bit of a wobble before the safety car gets underway. Kiddy Jim P12. Purple J, a little bit wide through the kind of slalom section, with Redding less than 4/10 behind. It looks like Jacob's making a few moves, getting on past AJ here.
Much doing the smart thing there is what AJ's done.
Letting them buy and race their race.
Yeah, just not my race. There's no point in me trying to just fight you both here for no reason when you're both on a completely different compound tyre, different strategy. I'm going to do my best here to keep up with you and then just let you both pull me along whilst I'm starting P4 on that set of mediums. Wise choice, a veteran choice there from a wise head on a wise set of shoulders.
Well, Simpson's going to get the opportunity, I think. He's going to end up getting a little bit of a run on AJ. We'll get on board and see what his run is looking like.
Look at Jim losing it into turn 1. Bro. That is less than ideal.
I'm not sure he's close enough here, you know. He's really not. Seemingly not using any ears either. I know he's on the hard tyres, but I think he's just looking to eke out his stint and know that AJ in front is going to be boxing at some point anyway. So not looking to push the issue. Kingy with a 3-second time penalty.
No point in burning off your tyres too early, wasting some battery when you know at some point, regardless, you'll be getting in front of the car just on the net worth. From the tyre strategy difference. Yeah, very much are indeed. Robert's currently looking nice and healthy though, currently sat behind Jacob. A little 5/10 deficit to the Aston Martin in P2. Zuva, Jacob get a little bit slidey. Jacob sat in P2 chasing down Matt Zuva. At this point, Matt getting a little bit of a nosebleed, leading the race. Was this the first time that he's led a race this season in the BFL?
It wouldn't surprise me if there's maybe been some. Yeah, I think there might be a couple of pockets here and there. Well, just sort of based on pit stop and things like that, he's led, a lap or so. I don't think it's unfamiliar territory for him, but it's that's a fantastic close-up shot then. That looked fantastic going through that final bus stop chicane. We are super zoomed in to BRT Jacob's car at the moment. Loving some of those camera angles. Now less than half a second to Matt Zuvo in P1. He's on the hard tyre. He's going to be going to the end of the race, and he's going to be getting some DRS in this section
Jacob
here.
Is dumping. Jacob is he turned his car up to nothing but assault mode. Out of turn 1 there. At least as soon as he got out of that apex, that car went from medium into hot lap. I want to get this move made as quickly as I can do, free up myself and let you deal with the Mercedes-Benz behind you P3. That is Rob. That has been looking racing sharp throughout the first kind of quarter of this race.
Let's see what man like Yautzin's got. Krabs is in. Good to have you in the chat, part of the Yautzin fan club. He's in P6 at the moment, less than 2/10 to AJ. Got to pick his time here. He's on the medium tyres. They are considerably fresher. Oh, he's not going for it there, is he? He's going for it. Oh my goodness me.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, AJ. There, you can't give praise to the attacking car without giving praise to the defending car. Both drivers there. Very lovely indeed. That is a bold move.
That's audacious.
That's a great move.
Absolutely outrageous. It's up to P5, and he is still less than a second to R. Simpson in front. Simpson on the hard tyres. So he's going to get a little bit of a speed differential. Jacob with a 44.407. Going to make a little note of that for the fastest lap of the race so far on hard tyres, no less. But as gloomy as it looks, it appears that the rain is going to stay away.
It just doesn't look like they've got away with it again.
It's pure overcast.
Unbelievable is what it is. These guys have some, well, I said they have some RNG. Tempo would say otherwise, given his current circumstance. Oh, Ellis down the inside of Kingy into one. Kingy getting all kind of out of shape. Very much missed that apex by 4 postcodes. Somehow he's sitting in front though because Ellis wants that DRS into 4. Okie dokie, little wise old fox there from Mr. GT Ellis. Lovely stuff there. Big fan of your work there.
Drag race.
DRS. Thank you very much.
Crazy strong. Crazy strong, that DRS. And ERS gets him up into the point scoring positions. Oh, Kingy with a little wobble. God, I tell you what, just catching a glimpse of one of the LED screens in the background, it looks super bright. It is, it's dark, it's dingy, it's gloomy.
Brother, get up the quick. Rob and Matsuba, P3 and P2 here. Rob was literally in the back. That he was smelling nothing but breakfast, lunch, dinner and supper in that Visa Cash App Racing Red Bull. Goodness gracious me, did not want to get by, follow him through into the bus stop chicane. Got a bit compromised though into the bus stop, but it's not going to matter. I just smacked my microphone again because I'm a caveman. But it shouldn't matter too much. He has plenty of battery to dump, but Matsuba has some battery to defend with, but it's one of the few circuits where this overspeed, upper rouge, oh no, never mind, Satan duck, here it comes, 3, 2, 1, boop, attack mode engaged, cheers for coming, thank you very much. Rob goes into P2 in that Mercedes-Benz Subaru, now P3, nothing much you can do to defend that toe if they are on your ass. Nothing at all. Oh, Rob getting a snap though. Oh, it's got that. Goodness gracious me. That man's thumbs are hurting after that snapperoonie.
You stay on board Matsuba here. He's about 7/10. So it's going to be feeling a little bit of pain and a bit of hurt on these medium tyres. He's not boxed yet. I think he's going to try and eke these out and give himself an opportunity to go onto the soft tyres for his final stint, which I'll be honest, I rate. I actually, I do rate. What it's going to mean for his overall lap time, though, he's going to have a little bit of fun, no doubt, catching a few cars in the final stages. Yautzin now half a second to Simpson. This is one of the closest fights on circuit. Lager, kind of similar gap to Grand in front, a little bit further back. So let's see what's going to happen here between
Yautzin at the moment using 0 battery. He's currently on 97%. Nothing but charging for an assault on the Aston Martin in front of himself at the moment. Simpson currently is sat on 68% using that battery. Yautzin now deploying a little bit of that go-go juice in that Duracell powered Williams. That is such a
little wobble.
Ugly livery. Goodness gracious me.
It was a little wobble out of turn 1. It's just knocked a couple of tenths off as Lager and Grand starting to have some fun. A few battles between these two over the course of the last.
Oh, here it comes
laps.
from Yautzin. God, that was speed. That means Simpson is literally. That looked like he wasn't moving. That looked like two different Formula cars racing.
That's
each other.
wild.
That looked like an F1 car chasing an F2 car. That was crazy.
But he's now the prey. It's the hunter versus the hunted. The roles have now reversed. So unless he starts increasing that gap, then how are the turntables, huh? A little bit wide from Yautzin. Let's have a little look just at the pit stops.
Grass there.
So far,
McLaren, goodness me.
Still got quite a few drivers needing to stop. It's lap 12 of 22 at the moment. I think lots of these drivers are going to be pushing for a soft stint to finish their race. Yautzin is pitted, Simpson is pitted, so this is going to be purely for position. These two are going to be chopping and changing over the course of these next 10 laps. I all but guarantee it. Matsuvo needs to pit. At what point is this man going to call time on those medium tyres? Because he's got, 2.7 seconds in front of, behind him, 2.5 seconds even. And the two guys behind him have already boxed. So he's going to have to make a good decision here on when he goes for the soft tyres and making sure that he's got enough laps to get some overtakes done to regain what he would hope would be a podium position. With tempo out, he wants to make sure he's getting a good haul of points for the old Constructors' Championship. We know it is a close fight.
Here comes our Simpson. Like a fucking fighter jet. Goodness me. That's cartoonish acceleration. Yeah, once that DRS engages and you hit that battery, the sheer closing speed from that car, Yeltsin was like 8.
No other way to say it. It's a bit overpowered.
Yeah, that is so strong. He was at least 7.5 tenths up the road there after Radion. And he has just come screaming on by. That is crazy overspeed. Goodness me.
Have a little look. A bit yawning. Bit further down the grid then. So in the points, we have Baited Pride in the Kick Sauber at the moment. He's in a little bit of a race of his own. You can see on the track map he's got a huge gap in front and a pretty sizable size gap behind him. So for him, just a case getting the car home and bringing home a couple of points for the Kick Sauber team. Ellis as well finds himself up into P10. He's got, and again, kind of a little bit of a race of his own. Pretty equidistant gap as Yeltsin pushes the envelope a bit too far and gets himself a 3-second time penalty. He's now outside of the DRS range to Simpson as well. Lager into the pits. So he
so soft as well. Just the entry of the final corner just took too much of the. Got no reason to try and right. Yeah, just settle the exit. You got no like much.
Reading as well.
In qualifying, yes, try like push that limit on like the exit of that curb and whatnot. But during the race, when the toe is so strong and you're already in DRS range, just get through that final corner. Then just let yourself set it up. The circuit will do the rest for you once you get through turn 1 and up Rouge and Radio. It's just such a soft penalty. That's gonna sting. Yeah, done nothing much wrong.
Of drivers choosing to pit on lap 14, but this man on your screen, Matsuvo, yet to do so. The gap now 1.2 seconds between him and Simpson. Not only does he need to pit, but he then needs to try and make up the gaps here. I think he's going to be projected to come out, maybe a P7, P8? Something along those lines. I know there's a few time penalties behind him, but it's going to be a tall order with 8 laps to go, or what will be 7 laps to go, I think, by the time that he crosses the line. It's got to be this lap, surely. This is the lap
sat on here 3 seconds behind him, and AJ's 3 seconds will be getting removed, so we can notify that from the thought process. But there goes now into the pit lane.
Here he comes.
He goes.
So I'm keeping an eye on that left-hand side.
For Matsuva there.
Yeah, had to be. This is the sort of pinch point. I think any more than this, the degradation just goes too far, and he doesn't have the opportunity to kind of make use of those soft tyres. But let's see what the man's got. He's going to come out P6.
Soft tyres. Ellis is going to be hounding the back of one Kenny Jim. Goodness gracious me.
P6. He might actually. He's going to split the Haas drivers. He might have himself a bit of DRS here on the back of Kronos Grand. He's not got a lot of hers.
Oh God, Ellie's taking to the grass there on the back of one Kenny Gentile for P11 and P12. Goodness gracious, that got a little bit spicy. Oh, I'm having a look down the inside. Go on, big fella. Oh, I fought back into him. Oh, but he's scared working the gym there. Into the apron. It's completely compromised him through 2 corners. Now took him behind into 1, get the run up for Rouge, get the DRS. It's a simple. not my opinion. Downey inside goes Alexander Williams. Soft time on hard tyre. Get up there, big fella. Batter exit. Dumping on that battery. Oh, yes. Little bit of old school. Daniel
I think he's gonna miss out on the DRS, though. I think he's going to be giving the kidney here. Yeah, it is. So Kidney might just come straight back at him. Look at that overspeed.
And a bit of Russian blood down from DCLS. Oh, no.
Oh, he's trying to hold it on the inside. Oh, that's sensationally good.
Down the inside. Oh, gets his nose out there. Oh, little for another day. Yes, sir.
Not bad from these two. That's some classy stuff from Ayres. Although having a little look, Kidney Jim looks like he's got a little bit of wing damage. Front left. Look at that front wing.
Oh, yeah.
That looks properly damaged.
Oh,
goodness
not many cars go side by side through full one. That is a crazy old move. On that side, soft tyres, man is here for business. Is what he is.
Lord above. Lord above. Well, Matt Zuvo has managed to find himself some space on circuit. He's got the move done on Kronos Grand. Although we got I think we've got a spinner. Is it Kidney Jim? Yeah, Kidney Jim is round at the bottom of the circuit. He's found himself, some space. Just having a look at the car, maybe a little bit of time in the gravel.
Both there spun at the same time. That was crazy. One Kidney Jim spun throughout the last stage of the lap, and Better Product locked it through, lost it in the final corner. We had a yellow flag there twice from both cars, from one team. That was scary timing. That is crazy.
Just, they're so in tune. It's in such
something
like,
in the Sauber water.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, maybe. Maybe someone spiked the Kool-Aid, as they like to say. Kidney Jim into the pits. No doubt going to go onto some soft tyres and get that front wing fixed. It's going to put him down into last place, not where he would want to be. There we go. Front wing going on. Away he goes.
Most of the gaps here kind of slowly nullifying in the
this
last
is it.
stages
Final few stages.
of
yeah,
this race.
We got Jacob as well. Matt Zuva goes fast.
It's
the 44. What's that? 44.033. Okay.
We'll take that extra point, he says. Thank you very much.
It's every point counts.
They all count. Yeah,
every single point counts. R. Simpson in a bit of a world of his own. Yeltsin got the time penalty as well, sitting 1.6 seconds further back. Excuse me for yawning there. Can you tell it's been a long day? I'm riding on pure adrenaline on the back of this BFL race. I'm telling you that now. But yeah, this is it. The gap's starting to form. We don't have any of the drivers actually in DRS mode. Now would be the time for a massive downpour, or maybe a mad last dip safety car.
Imagine.
Stranger things have happened, but this is it. Not a huge amount of pressure on some of the drivers here, I'd say, at the moment. Excuse me. I think Lager and AJ seem to be the closest on circuit. Let's have a little look at the tyre change.
Having a ponder.
Yeah, they're both on similar tyres though. But the challenge will be just to make sure that Lager is staying within that window, because there is a time penalty. I think that was given early on, was it not? I think
it was. No, that's the one that
a bit wrongfully.
Yes, no, it was
a bit wrongfully. So it will be for position then.
Boss off circuit, you had to use a runoff, and then the game said, "How dare you?"
Got ya.
Yeah, just silly.
Got ya.
No
that makes sense. Well, then he needs to get his foot on the gas. Got 2.1 seconds to the man ahead. Oh, goodness gracious me! Oh, this it sounds like I need a decent old energy drink that's not available in stores. So maybe you can only use. Well, I wonder.
Funny you mention that. I'm pretty sure we are currently
Monster Energy. No, I get Oh goodness me! This is it. who is this trying to sort of like semi-unlap themselves at the moment?
One kidney Jim is currently on the ass. Oh, big snap! That's
he was
on the back.
He was trying, but it went wrong. He was trying his damnedest to sort of like stay right on the back end.
Which he is very much in his right to do so. That is within the racing rules. If you have the faster car that is on the blue flag, you can get out of the way and smooth. Is what you can do. You can get by and make it safe and secure and get past the car that is on the leading lap. You are absolutely fine to do so, as long as you don't. I mean, there was a very famous clip from F1 many years ago with Ocon and Max at Interlagos into turn 1, turn 2, where Max was the literal leading car and Ocon thought, I'm gonna fight you now into turn 1, turn 2 for shits and giggles.
You banter.
Yeah, that kind of thing, not so much. That's not kosher.
Oh, for the bands. Oh, steady, Rob. Oh, steady, Rob. You know, getting a little bit heavy on the brakes. The rear's just catching him out a little bit through turn 1, but it's okay. 6.6 seconds. The gap between him and Simpson at the moment. The closest fight on track is actually between Redding and Purple J. So this is what we're gonna switch to. I want to see Redding pull off an outrageous overtake on Purple J in the Alpine. That's what I want to see. Jacob has had a straightforward run, taking advantage of the Redding. Redding, I think, moves to one side to let some of the lap cars go, and unfortunately, I think has been it's kind of too generous. He's let it go.
He had a lot more time there. He's
how much do you reckon Purple J slowing down here? That's the question. Obviously, it will ghost them, so whether it will slow him that much remains to be seen. But this is it. Temper in the chat. Jacob's had this easy. Well, this is it. It's still going to get it round, as AJ actually now does get a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Okay. So that's not ideal. That does bring Lager's position back into question. 2.4 seconds. Now the gap.
Indeed, that is now currently 3 seconds for him, not 6, because the first one will be getting removed. But that now just. I was about to say that above the house boys tonight have done well, man. That's
absolutely. Both in good point scoring positions.
Absolutely so. And AJ was not feeling great about coming into the session. And I would like to think he'll be happy content if he can maybe stretch out that little bit more of a gap to Liger from behind.
That's it.
Over the last 2 laps.
He'd be happy with
I think it's a good haul of points.
And considering as well, like Grand certainly was talking about his qualifying performances, knew that it wasn't quite where he kind of wanted and needed it to be. But, you know, the fact that he's worked his way through the field,
with no time penalties on a decent stint on the hard tyres, currently 15 laps in onto that hard tyre stint, has very much just done what needs to be done. Get it instant clean air. I'll race my own race, not push my luck on the track limits. There we go, bang, upper losing Raj on there, just not even pondering, trying to gain more time there at the top of the hill. We're all guilty of it for no reason whatsoever. You'll go for the bottom of the hill, get to the top of it, and try and nibble too much apex at the top of the hill, bing, 3 seconds. You're like, oh, why? Like, there's no one chasing me.
There is definitely one gap which I am intrigued. Obviously, Yeltsin does have the time penalty, so at the moment it will look like Matsuva will comfortably inherit that P4 position, but I don't know, that gap is coming down. It looks like Matsuva is kind of wanting to get it done on circuit before the checkered flag, so this is where I'm gonna keep some focus. That gap has gone from 1.8 seconds to at the end of the Camel Straight down to 1.3 and is ever closing. So I think he's going to get his chance to do it on circuit, but I don't think he's going to get the option to catch up with Simpson. We said it at the when we started in the penultimate lap.
Now as well. Goodness gracious me, Lager has gained a few tenths on AJ here because of the penalties. He's gone from being he was a lap and a half ago was what,
AJ's got to have had a wobble somewhere.
1.6. I hadn't noticed any wobble. I think Lager had just had some batteries out there and just decided to deploy everything from his stark armour and just started schmooving and grooving. Now very much on the back of AJ, regardless of the penalties. Thinking on the back though, Matsuva on Yeltsin, that was getting made. There we go, thank you very much. Easy pickings with the DRS after Radion into turn 4. Thank you very much.
2.5 seconds
not
to
much point
Simpson,
in.
is it?
It is
2.3. What do you reckon?
It's gonna. Will be too fast too. It'd be something from the young fella. Is what it would be. We'll keep an eye on that. But like on AJ, it's been a. This little scout again. At the moment, AJ's currently 3 seconds. DRS wide open. There we go. Retakes the racing line down the inside.
Oh, it cuts the corner though.
Getting on.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, what on earth has happened there? You've got Lager went wide.
Lager went all kind of out of shape into the entry. Took a little bit of the runoff, came back on circuit mid corner, and AJ's kind of just found himself with a face full of McLaren.
Well, I don't think he realised. I don't know what he thought. Oh, I don't know what he thought was going to happen there. No doubt we'll see the on board, but
maybe taking the runoff and then kept going left.
Car seems
rather
okay
than to get back on the circuit and then retake the racing line. Maybe thought that he'd got on that runoff there and just taken the lap infringement, keep on the left hand side, and then that would give AJ the entry line to get through after he's made that mistake.
His final lap of the race. Where is Matsuva? Currently 1.8 seconds, but I think he's going to get some. Is he getting DRS? Because of no, he's not. He doesn't get any. 1.7. He's chasing down Simpson as best as he can. Like, he's right there. He's in his sights. We've got a yellow flag. I think some of the back markers are moving out. 1.4 seconds now.
He is moving.
He is using up every bit.
Again, he is draining every bit of life
1.3
out of this Visa cash out right now, and now he's going to start getting a little bit of a
1.2
at the moment. 1.2 into Poem. This is going to be very close because, as I just mentioned, now he's in the show. He's in
right
that
there.
slipstream of the car in front. Got a little bit of battery to play with. Save that up now through this slippy part of the circuit. Use it down the back straight, intake the straight, into that bus stop chicane. Give yourself the best chance.
Oh, little wobble.
Simpson could have sat on a decent amount of battery though, is what he is. Now he's dumping, now he is deploying every bit of this following car. It might not
Jacob
be
over the line.
Simpson is getting a nice little bit of resistance. He has dumped every bit of that car from 80% to 10% within 3 corners. That is an effort and a half from Matsuva to get on the back of Simpson there, the latter stages. Jacob there, P1 in the Aston Martin.
Rob will come through to take second place with Simpson on the podium. Matsuva, a solid comeback drive on that later pit stop up to P4. Yeltsin will grab P5. Grand about to cross the line through the final corners. He will take P6 with AJ coming round the through to the bus stop chicane. Lager soon to follow him with the time penalties. I think it will mean a gap between the two. I think whilst it's happened here on circuit, I think with the removal of the time penalty, it will swap things around. Here comes a baited product then in the Sauber. He's going to be grabbing points down in P9 with Mr. Lifeguard himself, GTI Ellis, in P10 to pick up the final points. Purple J, Kidney Jim, Kingy and Redding complete the grid. Woo! There were some schmoos. That might be the first race for a good little while which wasn't decided by less than a second, with Grand as driver of the day.